Entry only on the commandant's express orders. Off you go.
This good a time in age. Know this one. Keep it down the path.
They say witches have no need to bow.
Kick him in the arse.
Did you know that?
Plough all. Oh, you arse fuck, dirty rotten scum. Plough all, plough all. Do that again, and I'll fuck your mum.
Sniffing around like dogs in a rubbish dump.
You've had your song. Care for some real diversion?
That one struts about as if he were the king
Sniffing
himself.
around like dogs in a rubbish dump.
Don't you traipse around here.
Nothing better than a fireside feast.
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of
Who's a
liquor.
white-head filly?
Add flour into the mix and it doesn't get any better.
Luckily, the commandant's
Sniffing
provided it all.
around like true. Come here, lass. You're hungry.
Turned me away at the door, the bastard.
We'll meet later. Don't forget your weapons on the way out. A ballista. The bastard's got a ballista. You know the power of this weapon. Its arms strengthened with bronze plates and strung with horsehair. It can propel heavy bolts up to a mile away. Yeah, an experienced crew can release 2 bolts each minute, but it can't hit the same spot twice because it recoils and shifts. I've heard that somewhere before. Where did you learn about ballista? I knew someone who knew a bit about them. Unimportant. We need to damage it if we don't want to be at Loredo's mercy. They're all drunk here now. I'll provoke the guard. Relax, Roche. I don't want to fight this rabble again. As long as that weapon's operational, no one will sail this section of the Pontar without Loredo's express permission. I'll handle this. Go have a drink.
Guess if you stand still long enough, he don't say anything. Or do anything crazy.
Nothing better than a fireside feast.
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of liquor.
Add flour into the mix and it doesn't get any better.
Luckily, the commandant's provided it all.
True.
So long as he can
Sniffing
afford
around
to
like
tell it.
dogs in a rubbish
I'll
dump.
not lend an ear for less than 10 hours.
Who's a white-head filly? Oh! Sorry!
Sniffing around like dogs in a rubbish
That
dump.
one struts about as if he were the king himself.
Nothing better than a
That one
fireside
struts about as
feast.
if he were...
Who's
Except
a
a
white-head
fireside
filly?
feast with
Oh!
copious amounts of liquor.
Sorry!
Add flour into the mix and it doesn't get any better.
Luckily, the commandant's provided it all.
True. Come
That
here,
one
lass.
struts about
Your
as if he
uncle's
were
got
the
a
king
story
himself.
for you.
So long as he can afford to tell it. I'll not lend an ear for less than 10 hours.
No passage. Loredo's busy with that witch Sheila. Come back later.
Geralt, let's wait downstairs in the yard.
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of liquor. Luckily, the commandant provided it all.
So long as he can afford
Yes?
Do we wait until the honorable lady is done with the venerable egg?
Waste of time. Looks like a good number of Flotsam's town watchmen are here. We should look around. Did you see that arbalist behind the house? I'll get his attention. Give him something to think about. Why don't you find out what they're guarding so closely?
My apologies, gentlemen. I could not help overhearing your conversation.
What do you want?
In point of fact, it's a matter for the Witcher. I have an offer.
An offer. Interesting.
I suspect you did not come to Flotsam for pleasure alone.
You suspect right.
Do you know about the monster in the river?
Might have heard something.
I expect someone will hire you to deal with it sooner or later. Thus, I presume that...
Stop presuming, expecting, and concluding. Just tell me what you want.
Our honored host is in possession of part of a trap, built especially for the beast in question.
Go on.
Around back, there's a storage area where Loredo keeps the treasures he confiscates from merchants and travelers. There are heaps of things out there.
Let me guess. You know exactly where I need to look.
Precisely. I saw Loredo's men carrying the contraption across the garden in a crate. They placed it on a platform by the wall, beyond which lies the craftsman's district.
Why are you telling me?
Why? We need to be rid of the beast as soon as possible. Good luck.
All right. I'll distract the guard. You sneak behind the house.
Brilliant as ever.
Soldier, report to me immediately.
Nothing better than a fireside feast.
Except a fireside feast with copious amounts of liquor.
What do you want?
Shut it, soldier. Have respect for your superiors or spend the rest of your life on the king's gun.
Apologies, sir.
In Flotsam, we cut the hands off thieves.
I was looking for the privy.
You're lucky the commandant wants to see you. Come on!
Commandant, sir. We caught the Witcher sneaking around the garden.
Bring him in and leave.
Yes, sir.
We were just discussing a certain matter. You here on business too?
The commandant wanted to see me.
In that case, I shall leave you to it.
Finally.
They didn't want to let me in while the sorceress was here.
Did you see her? Made up like a whore on parade day. They think they can do anything, those sorceresses. I heard what happened in Temeria. You know your name's on a warrant. It's unfortunate. Though nothing that should impede our dealings. See, I'm the law round here, and the law needs to know what the legendary White Wolf's doing in this cesspit.
I'm looking for the man responsible for Foltest's death.
Here?
I know the Scoia'tael had a hand in it too. It's their trail I followed to Flotsam.
Lucky you found Bernard Loredo then. If you're telling the truth, your vet's got royal blood on his hands. I can help you find it.
The Kingslayer. That's who I want. Huge man, pretty hard to mistake.
Was it him?
Yeah, he killed Foltest. Now he's sneaking around these woods.
In that case, we'll get him too. I trust you're on our side.
Whose side is that?
That of the people of Flotsam, of course. Terrorized by the elven bandits for years now.
My enemy's enemy is my friend. We barely escaped with our lives the last time we ran into Yorvith.
Damned squirrels draw ever nearer.
What about the elves and dwarves in the trading post? The smiths, peddlers, and hunters? They eat with you, sleep among you. Whose side are they on?
Hell if I know. That's my point, Witcher. When you fight for survival, you need to be sure who your friends are. The non-humans in Flotsam, sure, they eat, fuck, shit among us. But when Yorveth sounds the battle horns, who knows what they'll do.
I'm surprised they haven't turned on you already.
How so?
The town guards treat non-humans like shit. Frankly, I don't know what keeps them here.
I'll tell you what, Geralt. The hunger they face in the forest. But I grant you, those acts of insubordination need to be stopped. Soldiers are simple men. When you see your mate die, a scoia'tael arrow in his throat, it's hard to look favourable at the elf who sells your white-coloured kerchiefs. You're a witcher. Your job is to protect the simpletons from monsters. I protect them from the danger that lurks amongst the trees.
I see where this is going.
Yorveth's no better than a monster that attacks those who go out to gather kindling. Matter of fact, he's worse. He's smarter and crueler.
How do we get him?
I don't want you to kill him. Even you don't have a hope against his entire force. I've an idea, but I'd rather not go into it now. The squirrels are up to something. Every night their scouts come closer. I suspect they plan to attack the barge moored in the port.
What's on the barge?
You mean who? Bandits, murderers, rapists. On their way to the dungeons at Drakenborg. As soon as
their infamous leader joins them. The cherry on the cake and Bernard Loredo's crown trophy.
Couldn't have put it better myself. As long as Yorveth remains free, humans, elves and dwarves will live alongside each other in deep distrust. I've got to learn what the pointy-eared rat is planning.
How am I supposed to get that information?
You underestimate me, Witcher. True, I have my prejudices, but I'm not blinded by them. Take your friend Zoltan, for instance. He contacted Yorveth.
How can Zoltan help if he can't go outside the walls?
Step by step, Geralt. That's how you build trust. You could start by tending to a problem we have. A beast. The Kairin has blocked all boat traffic. I'm losing tolls. That is, the trading post is losing revenue. Kill the Kairin and I'll declare your friends acquitted of their crimes. Then Zoltan can take you to see Yorveth.
I'm a witcher. I don't work for free.
Of course you don't. Help us capture the scoia'tael commander and you'll be rewarded generously. Straight from the trading post's treasury.
I'll see what I can find out.
You stir up storms wherever you go. I actually believe you'll bring peace to Flotsam. Don't disappoint this town, Geralt. Farewell.